Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for stopping by. If this is your first time, welcome. Glad you can be here. Today we have a cat that we haven't had on the channel, man. I think I would pronounce that Skrabl. Looks like that way to me. We have a twofer. Birthday request coming out, 36 chambers. Asked me to jump on this. Like I said, first time on the channel for this guy. We have Wood for the Trees, and then we have Glass Dreams. So I'm going to start off here with Wood for the Trees. Let's jump in, see what this cat's got for us.
Tools of trade are the axe and the 6-foot crosscut saw. The axe, 4.5 pounds and razor sharp. Let no one else touch it, not even your best mate.
Yeah, on digger nose the whole time. Every nugget plucked from a gold mine. Hidden in plain sight. Treasure at the end of the dough line. Didn't expect it, but oh my. Now I see shit with my own eyes. Plain as daylight, see through the bullshit and age-old lies. The same old guys, the usual suspects. I don't concern myself with the views, you can lose the suspects. When the troops are fuckfest, sometimes the lie can soothe the upset, and sometimes the lies we tell ourselves seldom help to quell all the gloom and unrest. So,
okay, so far, man, I was going to stop it before he jumped in here. I wanted to, I don't know if that's Uzi or Ozzy. I'm not too sure how that producer pronounces his name, but that's really enjoyed that, like deep dark, it sounded like electric guitar there at the beginning before the beat came in. Just had a nice feel, man. It had some nuts to it. I really dug that. This cat comes right off the top, man. I'm digging his flow. He's got a nice style to him. And I mean, I've said it before. I'm sure you've heard a bunch of other times as well, but about the fact that so many people have a hard time seeing the truth that's in front of them. They have a hard time seeing beyond the end of their own nose, so to speak. Often the answer is right there for them, but they choose not to see it for whatever reason, because it suits their needs better. It's easier for them, to blame other people than to believe, to take a good long hard look at the truth and ignore it. So yeah, man, right off the top, this kid he's a kid to me anyway. Yeah, man, he's killing it right off the top. I'm digging it so far.
Sir myself with the views, you can lose the suspects. When the troops are fuckfest, sometimes the lie can soothe the upset, and sometimes the lies we tell ourselves seldom help to quell all the gloom and unrest. So who's up next? Tell me who can't see. Can't discern said wood from the look of a crooked and ill-planted tree. I still can't believe washed off all trace of the heart on my sleeve. You still ain't no guess, put it down to the closeness. Sun can't see the bark for the leaves. Trees, wood for the trees. Look for the leaves that are shook by the breeze. Close behind you'll find wood for the trees. Trees, wood for the trees.
So basically, it's another way of him saying you can't see the forest for the trees, and I think he's getting at the fact where it's like it's all right there in front of us. It's right in front of you, but rather than you're looking at it and seeing a tree, but rather just seeing trees, he's saying like it's simple. It's right in front of you. It's wood. Sometimes that's the simplest answer, man. It's friggin' wood. And people get so wound up too in terms of what do they say? Like the simplest answer is often the correct one, and that's I think what he's getting at right here is it's plain as day. It's right there in front of you. Just open your eyes and see it. Stop looking for all this other shit that's going around all over here. It's plain as day. Just plain as the wood that makes the tree.
By the breeze, close behind you'll find wood for the trees. Trees, wood for the trees. Tell me how could it be that you couldn't even see what's in front of your face? Make wood for the trees. Trees, wood for the trees. Look for the leaves that are shook by the breeze. Close behind you'll find wood for the trees. They're all along, staring you right in the face. A pile of chocolate disguised as a vibrant and thriving glade. You couldn't see the line for the page, couldn't see the light for the shade, couldn't see the line that separates both, even though it's sat in the line of your gaze. Your eyes are straight there, feeling overworked, but you're Underpaid, underappreciated and go berserk. Get up, get dressed and then go to work and go home. Do drugs till it slows the hurt, and there must be more to this lonely curse of roaming up. I never really know your worth. You couldn't tell an ash from a redwood, couldn't tell a pine from an oak, couldn't tell the wood from the trees, but it's good to believe the horizon cope. But it's weird how the blindest folk see clear through the lens of a microscope, then pretend like they don't see the wood for the trees and act like their eyes are kaleidoscopes, please.
That's a deep bar, man. He's just building upon this metaphor of all these idea of like it's, you know, you do a shitty job and that you really don't want to be there, complain that you don't get paid enough, go home, kind of dull that shit with drugs. Again, rather than looking at the idea, the fact that you may be stuck doing this job because of decisions you have made in the past, you have led, whatever it is you want to say, or maybe it's just a shitty job and it could be a bump in the road now, but you don't have the ability to look around and find the answers. You're just rather say, well, I have a shitty job, I don't get paid enough, I feel like shit, so I'm going to try to dull that pain, rather than looking out and finding the answer to your situation. And that's a dope line, like I said, man. You say it's funny how the blindest people see clearly through the lens of a scope, and then they brag about like they're looking through the eyes of a kaleidoscope type of idea. That's a deep friggin' bar, man. That's hats off for that one. God damn.
The trees, but it's good to believe the horizon cope. But it's weird how the blindest folk see clear through the lens of a microscope, then pretend like they don't see the wood for the trees and act like their eyes are kaleidoscopes, please. Cut the crap, I can see all the tree leaves covered in sap, and I can see all the chop wood cut by axe, but it's all one of the same to a lumberjack. I'll get it back to front or front to back. Couple woods when I see all the hunter traps. Suss the axe, adjust your tax, see the wood for the trees and I covered your tracks. Trees, wood for the trees. Look for the leaves that are shook by the breeze. Close behind you'll find wood for the trees. Trees, wood for the trees. Tell me how could it be that you couldn't even see what's in front of your face? Make wood for the trees.
Once they cut down the trees and left the ground bare. The wind and the rain turned it into wasteland. We've learned better now. As the timber comes down, new timber grows up. When we cut down trees, we leave the young stuff and seed trees as well. So the forest will never die.
I mean, overall, man, that was a pretty cool track. I like the way the metaphors and stuff he uses. The message, yeah, it's an important message, man. It's something that we can all hear, especially days like times that we're stuck in now. The importance of focusing on getting yourself right and taking a longer look at your situation, and getting yourself ready. So when shit starts to get back to normal, maybe you can get a leg up. Maybe you can further your career. Maybe you can start a new career. Whatever it is that you have that you're stuck in. Now's the time. We could have really worked through that and find some answers. A lot of the answers is looking at you right in the face. I know this song was made before COVID, but I'm just kind of bringing it into now. I really do try to use that as much as possible. My day-to-day is just kind of focus on what's in front of me, rather than what's behind me, but looking too far in the future. But to be in the now, and if I really don't want to be in the situation that I am, then I try to find ways to get out of it, however difficult they may be. But anyways, I'm going to jump on this next track. I believe the name of it is Glass Dreams. Just give me a second. I'll flip it over. I'll be right back. Welcome back to the second track. It is called Glass Dreams, second of two Skrabl tracks for 36 Chambers' belated birthday back in April. So the first one was cool, man. It's a cool way to be introduced to this cat. Going to jump right in, see what the second track's all about.
We've all at a past date had to partake in the heartache of picking up the pieces when the glass breaks. I know it's hard to take, feeling like you can't escape this bad dream cause you're fast awake. And on your darkest days you feel cast away, lost at sea, never cast a break. And the sun never cast your way, just a harmful rays. Life scarred and stained, your child remains. Still can't complain, I've had it hard but there's harder ways. Half you face every passing day as the laughter.
Okay, man, I gotta bring this back because, again, Uzi with the production, man, I'm really digging that piano. You cats know how much I love piano in hip hop. Just this kind of this, what he did with the electric guitar in the first track we did. It's just as that like a hardness, like a rawness. I don't know. I mean, this gets inside of you kind of sound, and that's what this piano too is. It was like hitting those keys hard. There's something different sounding about it, more raw and real. Speaking of which, too, is like what Skrabl is saying here about getting to the real part. It's like vast majority, if not all of us, have been there, man. Where it's like you're in a situation where it really does feel like a nightmare, and you just want to wish you could just wake up, but you know you're fast awake, man. Like he says, there's no escaping it because you're stuck in the middle of it, and you're not going to wake up before you hit the ground. You know what I'm saying? Interesting too, where he's talking about feeling down and feeling horrible and hating the situation that he's in. And no matter how bad he has it, he understands that half the people that he sees, he has it even harder than he has it, which is a really interesting look inside of this cat's mind because a lot of people don't have the ability to do that. A lot of people, when you're in a situation where you feel like you're in a nightmare, you feel like your life's falling apart, you feel like it can't be any darker. Often you feel very alone. You feel like nobody would know how I feel, what I'm going through. No one's ever done this before. It's just this sense of helplessness. So to be able to be that mindset to look out and be like, yeah, my life's shitty right now, but there's lots of people that have it rougher than me and dealing with some shit. I mean, we do it all the time where we get bad service from someone, and we just treat that person like shit or complain to the manager, all that kind of stuff. And then, that woman didn't have a choice, man. She found out that her best friend died of cancer, but she still had to come and wait tables because she has a mouth to feed at home or she has to pay rent. We don't know what another person's story is. We don't know what they're going through. But yet we pass judgment so quickly on other people. And we don't like it when it's done back to us. But cool. Yeah, man. Cool look inside this cat's mind.
Way lost at sea, never cast a break, and the sun never cast your way, just a harmful rays. Life scarred and stained, your child remains. Still can't complain, I've had it hard but there's harder ways. Half you face every passing day as the laughter fades and crowds pass away. See the tears of a cloud on this last parade. A bad hand in the cards of fate. I seen passage, caskets and carnage I can't relate. Starve the brave, the dark and rain, for a chance to say it'll pass someday. Glass dreams shatter to shards and scatter on fire. No matter how hard you try, the shard stab in your heart.
Sorry, I just want to. Hopefully, I've got this right. I feel like I heard him correctly because he's talking about like when the crowds depart and stuff. So is he talking about his musical dreams then? His dreams he had for his career. Didn't really turn out the way he wanted to. It shattered. The fans stopped coming. People stopped buying the music. Is that kind of what he's getting at with this last part? I want to bring it back because I want to make sure because he talks about here where the laughter fades and the crowds disappear. I just want to make sure I heard it correctly the first time.
It hard, but there's harder ways. Half you face every passing day as the laughter fades and crowds pass away. See the tears of a cloud on this last parade. A bad hand in the cards of fate. I seen passage, caskets and carnage I can't relate. Starve the brave, the dark and rain, for a chance to say it'll pass someday.
Okay, I don't think that's what it was. That's the first time I heard it. That's what I thought he was getting at. But I just think he's just saying. When the laughter fades, so when it's like the happiness turns to depression, you stop being surrounded by people. The crowds fade, so your friends and family stop being around you. and maybe something to the effect of backhanding the cards he was dealt. So it's just I think that's more of what he meant with that reference.
Starve the brave, the dark and rain, for a chance to say it'll pass someday. Glass dreams shatter to shards and scatter on fire. No matter how hard you try, the shards stab in your heart. Imagine how far we could have travelled if what we imagined had happened to pass. Yet it shattered to shards. Glass dreams shatter to shards and scatter on fire. No matter how hard you try, the shards stab in your heart. Imagine how far we could have travelled if what we imagined had happened to pass. Yet it shattered to shards.
Okay, so that hook or verse or chorus or whatever that you want to call it, bridge. I don't know what the hell they call these things. That's cool, man. I wonder the glass dreams, the fact that people's dreams they always have, not always. A lot of people have dreams of what they want their life to happen or where they want their life to go. And when the stuff that you imagine for yourself doesn't work out, I like the idea, that imagery he's got where the dreams are glass and they shatter and those shards stick in your heart because you're always kind of reminded of it. I know I've said it here before, but they say there's like libraries of novels in every graveyard because there's just people who never wrote that book or never sang on that record, never wrote the song they wanted, never learned how to play guitar. Like everyone has something that they want to do. A lot of people don't follow those dreams, but then it's something you think about for the rest of your life. I'm digging this song, man. I like the first one, but this one's hitting something different.
Imagine how far we could have travelled if what we imagined had happened to pass. Yet it shattered to shards. I sling this sudden dirge for everyone who's had their bubble burst and come crashing back to Mother Earth. And there's nothing worse suffering than hurt, feeling like you're going under in the currents of the summer surf. Hear a rumble of thunder in every muttered word. Everything is black and the fact is love is cursed. For all the lovers spurned, those that lovers burnt, or lost their loved ones to slumber under luscious turf. A song for single mothers who struggle to earn, juggling work and kids, both their midst of and burn. For every kid that wonders when's the sun emerge. Cause all they see is shadows from their current perch. Cathartic troubled verbs, a veritable word puzzle search. My heart parceled in a couple verse, until your god is struck by the sudden urge to see you covered in a ton of dirt. Live your life and love a glass dreams shatter to shards and scatter on fire. No matter how hard you try, the shards stab in your heart. Imagine how far we could have travelled if what we imagined had happened to pass. Yet it shattered to shards. Glass dreams shatter to shards and scatter on fire. No matter how hard you try, the shards stab in your heart. Imagine how far we could have travelled if what we imagined had happened to pass. Yet it shattered to shards.
Hello, sausage.
Not too sure what to make of that ending. Certainly wasn't expecting Skrabl's head to be in the bag, but shit. Yeah, man. Like I said, this song was. I like this one much better than the first one, although I enjoyed the first one. Cool message in that too. But yeah, man, this is cool because the beginning, especially with the beginning of it, we've talked about on here before about my battles with depression and stuff like that, and the shit that I went through, and still do at times. But yeah, man, the fact that can really do a number on you, man, and it feels like you're never going to wake up from this nightmare. I'm trying to piece together what the hell happened there at the end. I'm sure some of you guys can let me know in the comments, fill me in on that, because I'm not, I'm not too sure what that was supposed to represent. It might come to me later. I plan on going for a hike shortly, so it might pop into my head as I'm walking. But yeah, I'm drawing a blank trying to pull that shit together. But lot of great imagery, a lot of great thought-provoking lyrics in this one, man. I like how he touched on the different things in the second verse of, about the mother who's doing her best for her kids. The kid that's at home by themselves because his mom has to work, and it's just kind of like, when's the sun finally going to shine in this darkness, and we can actually find our way out of this pit, so to speak, because it really gets to that point where it never feels like it's ever going to end, unless you do something drastic, and usually that means ending things, which is obviously not the answer. Yeah, man, a couple of cooler tracks to be introduced to, Skrabl and Uzi. I'm getting happy. Belated birthday, Jake. Glad you could be here. Glad you could be part of this. If you haven't heard this cat before, man, go check out more of his stuff for sure. Appreciate each and every one of y'all being part of this. I know I'm way behind on a lot of stuff. I'm going to do my best to get caught up and do my thing. Get us back in some kind of schedule that we had going before. Until next video, stay safe. Be good to each other.